Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I have shorts on. Anyways, okay, so today's message is it seems to be all about anger. And what's really funny is, the ops will come to my, they'll think that they can come and see where they can, try to send message or try to send energy towards me, not realizing that you're just really fucking helping me navigate through some shit. So, thanks. Anyways, so the song that came through was, you don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But you will respect me. Boop, 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 boop. Because I'm a boss. Okay. You hear it. I know you do. Yeah. So, I feel like, I almost feel like the divine is really probably, if you're resonating with this, amplified anger at this time, it's intentional. It is, the divine is activating this within you. It's like you're ready to be able to face this shadow, right? If you have ever had any type of anger issues. But really, honestly, I feel like there's this energy of you suppressing anger, or you just kind of letting people do what they will, right? And it really goes down to this energy of feeling as though you don't deserve to be respected in some type of way, okay? Because I'll tell you, me personally, I am so sick of these whack ass people, and usually I move from a place of understanding, but they're fucking whack, and I'm sick of them looking at me or what I have or what I've worked so hard for, whether it be my energy, my business, my relationship with my children, my house, whatever it is, and just thinking that they can come take that shit. What? That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so this is something that, and also too, just there's a lot of other things, right, that I've really been kind of working through, right, being super angry at some people in the past for really just the same thing, or for taking advantage of the fact that I was an innocent child, lots of different things that I've been working through as far as anger today. So this energy might be showing up for you. If it's not, then this isn't your message and you don't need to listen, right? And I'm not projecting any of this onto anyone. I've already done a lot of alchemizing. I will say too, though, that some of this, of what I'm feeling, this amplified anger, is actually somebody else's anger, that they can't get to me, that they can't get me out of pocket, and that I know how to alchemize. And so chances are you might also be experiencing the same thing. If you're feeling an elevated anger, right, it's because the ops are super fucking mad right now. Super mad, okay? So little story time while I bring through the channeled message for today, because I'm not exactly sure where we're going with this or why I'm on here sharing, other than, just trying to help people navigate through this energy. So Michael and I went on a picnic, and we went to this local boardwalk, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I'll share some pictures once I get off here. But there's a tower at the boardwalk, and so we went up to the top of the tower, and we had our little picnic, and then we walked on the boardwalk. And so I felt divinely guided to share with you what all we saw. So we saw, first we saw a frog, and then we saw, let's see, there were some dragonflies, several dragonflies, lots and lots of dragonflies. We also saw A cardinal was there. We saw some hawks. We saw a bunny rabbit. And the lilies were ginormous, and so were the lotus flowers. I can't wait to show you the pictures. There's this like literally this whole like lagoon of lotus flowers. Okay, like it looked like a lagoon. I don't know if it's necessarily considered a lagoon because of where we live, but like it's absolutely gorgeous. So anyways, so yeah, that is what we did today, and it was very grounding, it was very healing, and I just wanted to share with you guys that experience that he and I had together at picnic, while like I said, while I kind of call in this energy here. A message for you. Yeah, the thing is like these people, the narcissists, the people that cannot get to you, that cannot take what is yours, you know, not for their lack of trying, okay, they just can't. One, it's because it's like ordained for you, right? Touch not my anointed, okay? But two, also because you've done the work for it, right? You've aligned to it, you've done everything that you need to do. And really I feel like there's this energy of like you're possibly being guided to be in this state of like rest and rejuvenation, and just kind of open yourself up to receive and move through these energies. But I'm really feeling as though, you know, there's this energy about you know, anger is a very it's a very powerful energy. And so it really kind of makes sense that I feel like the divine would like bring you to this point of being able to feel this anger, right? It's almost like this, like moving through all the sadness and maybe like the worries and the fears and like the depression and like the rejection and all of that, like gaining that emotional maturity first before even tapping into this anger, is very purposeful. It is to like honestly, it's to help you, but you're calling back so much of your power by no longer suppressing this energy, right? You know, it's important that we move from a space of understanding, okay? But part of duality is also like that, the darker side, which includes anger, right? And that is where a lot of your power actually lies, is underneath that shadow, is gaining control of that part of you, right? And being able to use that to your advantage, right? It's not about using the anger to hurt others or to gain from others or anything like that. It's really about forming a sense of respect for yourself and creating those boundaries, and like walking in an energy that is very clearly like reflecting to others, like, you will respect me. You know what I'm saying? Rather than like being walked on. Because as an empath, that happens so much. And so I feel like this is really what we're like tapping into, is almost as like, I want to say like this dark femme, this dark masculine side. Not, again, this is not to hurt anyone or to like, change the trajectory of where you're going or anything like that. This is more so to reclaim power, right? Reclaim so much energy that you have really suppress by not speaking your mind, by not, you know what I mean? And honestly, I feel like, you know, you've suppressed that anger for so long, it may come on pretty heavy, okay, for a lot of you. Others of you, maybe not so much, okay? But this is rising for you to, again, like I said, it's, you have permission to be angry. You have every right to be angry. If you weren't angry at some of the situations, I would be confused. You know, I feel like the divine would even be confused, right? Because you're human. And that's a human emotion that actually, like I said, it's going back to this, it keeps going back to this like very powerful, you know, there is so much power behind that shadow. There are so, I feel like there's also a lot of gifts behind that shadow, right? And this is something that I feel like maybe you were almost even afraid to tap into a little bit here, or to you know, even like dive into, right? Because anger can be, if used in the wrong way, or if even attached to in the wrong way, it can be very detrimental to your growth, right? And that is exactly why this is coming through with this like divine protection, right? That's exactly why it's almost like this is like a, you know, another initiation that you're kind of going through. It's like you've gained this emotional maturity in order to be able to access this, and also to be able to access the gifts that are underneath that specific shadow. Okay, sorry, water. It's so good. But anyways, so yeah, this anger is coming through to assist you. Okay, so I don't want you to run from it. I don't want you to suppress it. I don't want you to, this is not you being the victim or anything like that. Okay, you know you're not the victim. Okay, and that's another reason why it's like the timing of this, like that, where this falls on your timeline. Okay, the timing of this is because you know you're not the victim, and you know how to alchemize energies, right? And so and you know how not to attach yourself to it or to react to it, right? You know how to feel it, understand it, you know, and release it. And that is why it's coming through now at this time, because some of you, I feel like you're like confused, right? There's like this energy of like, well, wait a second, right? Like, excuse me, like I wasn't, you know, oh, I heard I wasn't angry just a second ago, or I wasn't angry just a day ago, right? Maybe you were able to look at situations and maybe you weren't angry about them. And again, I feel like there's this energy too of almost like that is, it's about the divine timing. It's about your emotional maturity. It's about what is underneath that anger is ginormous. And I feel like it comes with great responsibility. You're ready. You're ready. But also too, you're also feeling other people's anger towards you, right? This projection, they're trying to, you know, they're mad that they can't get to you, right? So again, it's all in divine timing. It's about, you know, these people, these ops, right? If they are trying to project this anger onto you, it's serving you because you know how to handle it, okay? You know what to do with it. You're divinely led, and these people may be actually like, I'm hearing like drowning in their anger and their resentment. There are some people, they resent you. But that's not your fucking problem. Okay. You gotta know that. You gotta know that is not your problem. Alright? And everything's gonna be alright. What's that song? 22. Right? Taylor Swift, T Swift. Um, yeah, that song came through. But yeah, so just feel through this anger, okay? Alchemize this shit like you know exactly what to do, but just know that a lot of it is actually not your anger. It's somebody else's, right? It is these, and you know, typically I won't talk about other people and call them like whack ass or anything like that, but really, when it comes down to it, I mean, honestly, they're serving you. It was part of a contract, but like, I feel like these people have literally, they've watched you show them how to evolve and how to grow and how to change. And the simple fact that they are still in a position where they were however many years ago, and they're just angry that they can't keep you in the past, or they can't keep you where they are, or whatever it is, that's whack to me. That is so crazy to me. But again, these are people that see what you're growing, what you're building, who you're becoming, and they just feel like they can just come in and, you know, take over or do whatever it is that they want to do with your energy. And I feel like the divine is like, are you... Wait a second. I'm sorry, who do you think you are? Right? Lord have mercy on their souls. I'm telling you. Oh, goodness. So, anyways, I just want you to know, you know, they're experiencing this. If you're going through this kind of energy at this time, know that it's okay, okay, and that you're going to come out of this, and actually it's very much serving you, and that underneath this, underneath alchemizing this, probably are your most powerful and your most divinely guided, is 1717 on the timer, and your most abundant and joyful gifts, right? Like when I think about anger and how powerful it is and how almost majestic it is, right? Because if you, any movie that you watch in which there is magic, right? They say put emotion behind that. And what is the most powerful emotion that when people use it, it creates the most powerful things? Anger. Imagine having control over that. Imagine mastering that emotion and that shadow and being able to use it to create, to help others. What? My Zyla just got home. Bing, bing, bing. That song. Because I'm a boss. Yeah, some of y'all, even if you don't own your own business, even if you don't, I don't know what it is that you do, you're still stepping into, you know, say you work for somebody else, or you know what I mean? I don't know. You're still a boss. You're still stepping into this boss energy because it's time. Just trying to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Wrapping up this little drawing I got going on before I show it to you. It's not super great, but this was the tower that we ate lunch at. It had 2 layers. And then the ramp, and then the boardwalk. So it looks like there's like a whole side missing over here. There we go. That looks better. But yeah, this activation is happening for you because the divine is like, yeah, people have been walking all over you. Yep. And we've been letting them. And yep, I looked up, it was 2122. But it's time for you to take that power back. It's time for you to reclaim the power, okay? But again, you had to move through certain aspects of the ego first before you were allowed to really kind of get to this point, because, you know, again, anger is, it can be a touchy thing, right? It can lead to, you know, a downward spiral. But because you are emotionally mature enough, because you know you're not the victim, and because you're not really, you know, you're angry for people, you don't want to hurt anyone, right? You just don't want to be hurt anymore. It's time for you to gain the respect that you deserve. And it's time for you to stand on these bitches' necks. And it's time for you to stand on business. Because you're a boss. Okay, I love you. Be well.